This is the Fox 5 News Block.
Breaking news this afternoon, a shakeup in the Trump administration. Mike Walz out as National Security Advisor. We have the details and more breaking news in the Sean Diddy Combs case. He turned down a potential plea deal during the final pretrial hearing. A lot to unpack. I'm Antoine Lewis. Welcome to the News Block, everybody. Going back to Diddy, this sets the stage for jury selection to actually begin next week. Lisa Evers was in the courtroom. She's joining us now from Lower Manhattan. And Lisa, tell us what happened today.
Well, Antoine, this was the final pretrial conference before the actual trial gets underway, officially beginning with the jury selection on Monday, this coming Monday. Now, Diddy was in court today. He was wearing the tan MDC inmate uniform, even though the judge gave him permission for when the trial starts to wear regular, what they're calling business casual, a button-down shirt, pants. He's allowed to have 5 button-down shirts, 5 pairs of pants, 5 pairs of socks, and 2 pairs of shoes, but without any shoelaces. Now, today what happened is the judge officially confirmed to him through the prosecutors and his defense team that he was offered a plea deal. The details were not specified in court, but he was offered a plea deal to make this whole case go away. But Diddy stood up through the entire reading and this entire process of back and forth with the judge and the prosecutors and the defense team and said that he understood what he was doing. He did not want the plea deal and that he was officially rejecting it. So that was one thing in terms of the plea deal. That was very important. And then the other thing was a lot of talk, Antoine, as you mentioned, about the jury selection. Now, all this week, there has been pre-selection of jurors. And I've learned exclusively from sources close to the process that there were 700 jurors that walked through those doors that you see right behind me, filling out these questionnaires, very detailed questionnaires of anywhere up to 70 questions about their fitness to serve on that jury. Now, they will a select number of them who are accepted by both the prosecution and the defense will show up on Monday morning to be interviewed one-on-one privately by both the prosecutors and the defense. And Diddy's defense team asked, can he please be there for that? And the judge said, yes, he can be there for that as well. So they're expecting that to take most of Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, Antoine. But his demeanor in court, I think, seeing that things were going on, he seemed to be more upbeat than some of the previous times that we've seen him here. His hair is salt and pepper now, which may surprise a lot of people who are used to seeing it just being solid black. And also, too, I saw him for the first time since I've been there in court actually pull out reading glasses to look at documents that were handed to him by his defense attorneys.
Lisa,
Antoine,
we know that you...
Excuse me, all the pollen is blowing around here. Sorry.
No, Lisa, I'll make this one quick, the second question. Was any family members there supporting him?
No, they weren't. They're still expected to show up when the actual trial, the opening statements get underway on May 12th. But there was one of his supporters, a music producer from Harlem called Charlucci Finney. We caught up with him as he was coming out of court. He was wearing a Free Puff sweatshirt, but when he was inside the courtroom, he had it covered up. But when he got outside, I spoke with him, like, why was he there? Because it's very rare to see anybody other than family there on Diddy's side supporting him, and here's what he had to say. What made you come here to support Puff?
I'm supporting Puff because he's innocent, and I'm wholeheartedly believing his innocence, and I know he's innocent. So
you say you know he's innocent?
1,000%.
Now, the judge also warned both sides, both the prosecution and the defense, that he was going to be very, very strict about public statements being made moving forward, especially on the eve of this trial beginning. And he seems very determined to keep this on schedule, which so far it has been, to keep it moving through. He said, I know it's ambitious to try to get this jury picked, but the jury selection is very, very critical. All they need is 12 jurors and 6 alternates, a total of 18 people out of this final 145 that made it out past that first round with 700. But that's the latest here from federal court. I'm Lisa Evers, Fox 5 News. Antoine, back to you.
Lisa, that was a lot to get through, and you did a great job. Thank you so much. We'll see you at 5.
Thank you.
All right. Also breaking right now, President Trump says he's naming Secretary of State Marco Rubio to also serve as National Security Advisor, while tapping Mike Walz to serve as UN Ambassador. Now, this news comes as it was reported earlier today that Mike Walz was out of his job at the National Security as the advisor. Walz has come under fire for leaking strike information about rebels in Yemen to Atlantic's editor-in-chief on a Signal group chat. Now, Walz took responsibility for the inclusion of a journalist in that chat group. Also breaking right now, officials warning passengers about delays due to construction and FAA staffing issues at Newark Liberty International Airport. One of the runways is even shut down for repairs. According to the site FlightAware, there's over 260 delays, and around 140 cancellations. Officials are urging you to check with your airline if you're flying out today. This all comes after airport officials posted about other delays due to equipment outages on Monday. Developing right now, a cyclist struck and killed in Nolita. Here's what we know. Police say just after 10 this morning, a box truck collided with a cyclist on the corner of Center and Broome Streets. EMS responded and took the male victim to Bellevue Hospital, where he was pronounced deceased a short time later. The 54-year-old driver of the truck was not injured and remained on scene. Also developing a big financial boost for the city's transit system. Governor Hochul today announcing that the state will invest nearly $70 billion in safety and infrastructure improvements. Now, this is all laid out in the state budget agreement, with the final details still being worked out. Hochul made the announcement at Grand Central this morning alongside MTA Chairman Janno Lieber. Hochul says that the new state budget will fully fund the MTA's proposed capital plan for the next 5 years. This includes money for new subway cars, buses, accessible stations, and an increase in transit security.
Want a camera in every single train so people feel secure and our law enforcement can reach and find and prosecute the lawbreakers.
The cameras now, we have an unbelievable camera system. We have 130,000 cameras in the system, but only because of your investment. In a single year were we able to make sure every subway train, no matter how old it is, now has 2 cameras on it.
Now, despite the influx of cash, the MTA says that the added investment won't fix all of the issues, including mental health and homelessness, and its impact on public safety. Mayor Eric Adams unveiling his proposed budget for the upcoming fiscal year, or what he's calling the city's best budget ever. So the $115 billion spending plan includes funds affecting several crucial election year issues, including public safety and increased access to child care and after-school programs. The mayor's office highlighted $1.4 billion included for programs that are facing cuts, like libraries, CUNY, and the sanitation department. The budget also includes money to increase staffing at the NYPD, with a goal of having some 35,000 police officers on the streets by the fall of 2026. We're going to take a quick break, and then we'll be right back.
Are you ready for the ultimate entertainment experience? Spectrum is bringing together the streaming apps you love, plus live TV for sports, entertainment, and news. All in one place, across your devices. So no matter when or where you are, it's all here. Spectrum.
As the conclave begins next Wednesday, the death of Pope Francis has sparked meaningful conversations and experience for students who attend Catholic schools. Fox 5's Jody Goldberg explains.
What's on your minds? Like, what do you want right now?
Father Peter High School, using his own memories of meeting Pope Francis not once but twice to teach church history to students here at Chaminade High School.
It's my hand shaking his hand, yes.
These sentimental photos are a reminder of his special encounters. This one's from the time he served next to the pontiff at Holy Thursday Mass, and this is from when the two met at a private event.
I asked him to bless my community. Hope is a big message I get from him. Mercy also, forgiveness and love.
And for many of these students, it's the first time they're seeing the death of a sitting pope followed by the election of a new one. And here at Chaminade, this period of mourning is marked by sympathy flowers and a portrait of Pope Francis.
All of the students will probably remember sitting in a classroom when it is announced that we have a pope.
Campus ministry is welcoming questions from students.
So exactly how long will it be until we name a new pope?
And religion classes are pivoting instruction to address the times, using this unprecedented process as a teachable moment.
What qualifies someone to become a pope? Why can't we just have one pope?
It is a very historical moment. It is something that grabs not just the attention of the Catholic faithful of the world or our area, but it really just grabs everyone's attention.
Students who plan to follow the series of events to elect a new pope known as the Conclave recognize the uniqueness of this opportunity.
The most interesting part is how unchanged it is for centuries at a time, and how secretive the conclave is.
Showing of different smoke, black smoke, meaning they haven't elected a cardinal yet, and white smoke, meaning they have.
It's very spiritual.
Living through a history-making moment and learning along the way. In Mineola, Long Island, Jody Goldberg, Fox 5 News.
So, up-and-coming filmmakers in New Jersey, pay attention to this. The inaugural New Jersey Film Expo is now taking place at the Meadowlands Arena. More than 60 exhibitions are on hand, including lighting, transportation, camera work, and post-production companies. Now, this comes as some 42 film and television projects are committed to shooting in the Garden State during the first half of the year. That puts New Jersey on track to have more shoots in that time than in the past 2 years combined. Recent projects filmed in the Garden State include the Bruce Springsteen biopic Deliver Me From Nowhere and Steven Spielberg's latest project. The New Jersey Film Expo ends tonight at 7 o'clock. All right, we're going to take a quick look outside, and if you've not gone out, maybe it would be a good time to do so right about now. Liv Johnson joining us with more on the forecast. Hi there.
Hi there. You got that right, Antoine. Now is the time to get out there because we still have beautiful, clear skies. You can see, though, that there is a system to the west of us. Most of the nasty stuff is going to the north, but we're still going to get some showers later. So most of your day, again, sunny, nice, temperatures in the mid to upper 60s, but we get some showers ahead of this warm front about between 10 p.m. to 1 a.m. I'd expect a couple showers, maybe a thunderstorm mixed in there, but we do have the warm front. So tomorrow temperatures are warmer again, but still scattered showers for your Friday, again Saturday, again Sunday. We just have this system that's going to linger around us for really the next 4 or 5 days. So we're never really in the clear for a chance of a quick shower. But 82 tomorrow, we have 77 on Saturday. Then we cool down for the start of the week with temperatures in the 60s. And then, I mean, Antoine, you can just see we have rain, and more rain for the foreseeable future.
Nothing to go nuts about, right? It's just
yeah. It doesn't look like heavy widespread downpours, but just some showers here and there.
All right, Liv Johnson, we will take that from you. All right, see you soon. That's your news block for now, everybody. I'm Antoine Lewis. We thank you so much for joining us. Tune into the 5 o'clock news on Fox 5 and right here on the Fox local app for all of the day's news as it develops. We'll, of course, see you back here again tomorrow. And as Liv said, if you're heading out, be prepared to use your umbrella at some point later in the week. Stay safe, everybody. We'll see you soon.